Hey guys, welcome back to Follow Me 11B. Discussions on current events, macroeconomics, and freedom and liberty from a veteran's perspective. Today I wanted to discuss a kind of a strange story that you may have been seeing on social media and also on the traditional press. It has to do with the pediatric hepatitis outbreak that's seemingly sweeping the nation. And to kick things off, I want to go straight to a NBC Channel 4 New York news article from May 6, 2022, entitled New York among 25 U.S. states reporting possible cases of mystery liver disease in kids. The mysterious severe hepatitis outbreak afflicting children has now hit 25 U.S. states, with reports of possible cases coming in from 24 others, New York included, since the CDC confirmed 9 in Alabama last month, the federal health agency said in a conference call updated on Friday. See here. Altogether, the CDC says it is now investigating 109 pediatric patients for possible infection linked to the outbreak. It initially sent out its advisory on the 9 Alabama cases of hepatitis or inflammation of the liver 15 days ago. Much is still unknown. So 15 days ago versus 109 on May 6. That's more than a 10-fold increase. So that's kind of serious, guys. And to make matters worse, even more serious, of the 109 potential reported U.S. cases, which the CDC says it is working diligently to evaluate, 5 of the children have died. More than 90% of those patients were hospitalized. 90%. 14% had liver transplants, and more than half had confirmed adenovirus infections, the CDC said. The kids in Alabama were all previously healthy, came from different parts of the state, and all were hospitalized with significant liver injuries with no known cause. Some had acute liver failure. All tested positive for the typically mild adenovirus. Health officials stress, though, they don't know if the adenovirus is the cause. Most kids were diagnosed, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here we go. Asked about potential links to the illness. And you guys know what I'm talking about with that. The agency said none of the Alabama kids had previously been clinically diagnosed, though noted that some may still have had it. Well, yeah, because sometimes you present with 0 symptoms. So none were medicated for the illness either, but the median age of the 9 patients in Alabama was 2, which is below the eligible age for the illness medicine. Outside Alabama, the CDC says it is not aware of a potential connection to illness infection. The agency, the CDC, is also looking into whether other factors like environmental exposure, medication, or different infections could be contributors. Concerned parents should be aware of the symptoms of liver inflammation, which include fever, fatigue, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and other cold-like issues. So, CDC is working on this. They've got some ideas. They're exploring other factors such as environmental exposure, medication, or different infections that could be contributors. I just wanted to throw out a few other ideas out there to just keep everybody thinking, because we're looking for common denominators. Right now we know, well, according to the best information that we've been given, that this is affecting kids, mainly 6 and under, that did not have the medicine. Okay, maybe. Also, they believe that they did not have the illness at this point. But how do we really know? I mean, how do they even really know? I mean, you can prevent with 0 symptoms, and how would anybody know? But here's a few ideas just to throw out there, just spitballing here. There are tens of thousands of migrants crossing the southern border. Is it possible, not saying this is the case, but is it possible that some of those migrants that are being sent off to all corners of the country may have brought in some sort of contagion, hepatitis style? Maybe. Let's think of another potential possibility. What about some sort of manipulation that has to do with the Great Reset? I mean, some people might say, hey, that's tinfoil hat stuff, but you know what? A lot of stuff is tinfoil hat stuff until it's not tinfoil hat stuff. So, if you note to self, Great Reset video in the future. That'll be a fun one to do, I think. But another thing to consider. Don't know if it is. Well, maybe I should stop here and just say, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is the cause of this. But I think it's a good exercise to at least consider different possibilities. What about one more possibility? A bioweapon. Is it possible that the United States was hit with a bioweapon that's infected some of these kids with hepatitis? Maybe. We are sort of fighting a proxy war right now against Russia and potentially China. So is that possible? I'm not saying it is. Not saying it isn't. But certainly worth considering, I think. But let me poke a few holes in those ideas I just gave you by going to another news article from Today, the website Today. And it is from May 6, 2022 by Maura Hohman, Hohman. It's entitled, Mystery Hepatitis Outbreak in Kids. Which states are investigating cases? Well, we've got Minnesota, Wisconsin, South Dakota, North Dakota, and Illinois are among the states that are investigating cases. A pediatric hepatitis outbreak with mysterious origins is continuing to grow as more U.S. states investigate cases of kids developing the liver illness without a known cause. Then we got 2 weeks ago, worldwide, at least 228 such cases have been reported in 20 countries, the World Health Organization said earlier this week. Important fact. Let's move over to one more article that'll help me poke a few more holes in my theory, in one of my theories anyway. Again, going to NBC Channel 4 New York, published April 16, a little older, but still had some information that I thought was of interest, 2022. Rare severe liver damage reported in kids and in U.S. and Europe. Public health officials in Europe and the United States are investigating dozens of puzzling cases of severe hepatitis in young children. The World Health Organization on Friday said it was investigating 74 cases of severe acute hepatitis in children under age 13 in the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland. 3 cases were also reported in Spain, the WHO said. So, since this is worldwide, since this is happening in the UK, Spain, Europe in general, more, and I believe the number was more than 20 countries. I have to look back at that, but I think that they said 20 countries worldwide. It leads me to believe that this is not something to do with migrants at the southern border. Bioweapon? Who knows? Great Reset agenda? Who knows? But again, we're looking for the common denominator. So let's just consider this. What is happening today that wasn't happening 1, 2, 3 months ago? There's a little something going on in Ukraine. Again, don't know if this is true or false, but I think it's definitely worth considering. Ukrainian refugees have been moving throughout the world. Various countries worldwide have been accepting Ukrainian refugees for good reason. There's a war killing a lot of civilians. So probably the right thing to do to invite some refugees into your country. However, is it possible that some of those Ukrainian refugees had some sort of illness, had some sort of hepatitis illness? I don't know. But that might be a possibility that would explain how this hepatitis outbreak went worldwide. And since it just started recently, and the Ukraine situation also started recently, just saying, worth considering, I think. But that's all for now. Just wanted to give you one more tip. Hepatitis, inflammation in the liver. It's viral. It's it usually, but it's also spread through feces, touching, not washing your hands properly after using the bathroom, then eating food. Suddenly you've got the hepatitis. I've seen news reports, they're considering pets might have something to do with this. So playing with your pet who was, just outside taking care of his business, and you don't wash your hands, then you eat something. Hey, might be a good idea to not forget the basics. Wash your hands. Don't share straws with other people. And don't live in fear, but just use some common sense, I think, is pretty good advice. So, anyway, those are a few of my ideas. Hey, I could be wrong. Maybe you've got some better ideas. I'd love to hear them. So please put them in the comments below. Subscribe to this channel. We need all the subscribers we can get. We are growing. This is Follow Me 11B. We are growing on Facebook and Twitter, on YouTube, at The Real Follow Me 11B on Instagram and Rumble. So visit us, like us, subscribe, and we will see you all. We will see you all on the next video.